I'm Nurul Nuha binti Ahmad Rizal.
My name is SYAMIMI binti ZAIDI.
Hi, my name is SYAMIMI AUNI binti KAMARULZAMAN.
Hi, my name is SYAIDATUL NADRAH binti HASSAN.
Hi and hello. Let's start with the analysis of our courseware. First, who is the target audience of our courseware? Well, the target audience of our courseware is standard 6-year students. Next, what is the learning materials that we have included in our courseware? Well, our group have decided on the topic of basic tenses, and these basic tenses consist of simple present, simple past, present progressive, and past progressive. These are the topics that students will learn through our courseware. And lastly, why did we want to design this courseware? Well, the reason behind this is because we want to teach students how to differentiate their usages in sentences according to their definitions and functions.
The next one is design and develop. We are designing and developing an interactive class material that can be accessed from home. The reason why we decided to come up with this design is to enhance students' engagement in the learning process, and students will also be able to learn at their own pace. This courseware is especially designed to encourage student-centric learning. Instead of focusing on the teacher, the focus shifts to the students instead. In order to grab students' interest, we use an interesting game-like interface via animated PowerPoint. There will also be an engaging discussion session among students at the end of the lesson.
Next up, we have implement. So as to how we will implement this idea is by distributing slides before class hours for students to review. The teacher and students will have a discussion about the topic during class. So basically, the students will have an early understanding about tenses and later on can further understand it through discussions during class. So next is where and when. As we know of today, almost anyone can access the internet. Therefore, our courseware will be online, where it is open to anyone with the link or the material themselves. Other than that, it is also accessible to anyone, any time of the day before class sessions. And then we have who, which is the facilitators, where they will be the ones who distribute the class material themselves.
In EDU design, E stands for evaluate. Evaluation is highly significant in students' learning progress, besides an alternative for teachers to obtain data on teaching effectiveness in class. First and foremost, educators may create a Google link form to receive honest feedback on the design courseware used in class. They should also consider asking for students' opinion and suggestions on how to develop a better learning experience and to know what learning method they favor the most. By this method, teachers are able to gain together distinct information on their learning progress. Consequently, students and teachers can engage better in this interactive learning environment. Thus, EDU design is very fruitful in increasing the effectiveness in teachers' teaching materials and students' learning progress. In this section, we would do a short presentation of our courseware design that we have been working on for primary school students under the syllabus of tenses, namely simple present, simple past, present progressive, and the past progressive. We have inserted several engaging elements to catch students' attention and make learning enjoyable and comprehensible, such as visual and auditory elements. To develop a better understanding on this chapter among students, we have created some simple exercises to help them recap their understanding. So now, let's take a look at the slide samples. Firstly, we make sure to provide them with clear definitions for them to truly digest what the tenses really mean. It is because we believe that the foundation to engage with any subject is to comprehend the definition stated. Then, students may proceed with our next aim of exposing them to several examples for each tenses. For instance, here we provide you with the definition for present progressive, which is the ongoing actions in the present and to describe an activity that is going to happen in the future. Next, after a proper introduction on the definitions, we intended to polish their understanding of the definition by providing its function in phrases. This is the crucial part that helps students to construct good grammatical sentences when they are applying the knowledge of tenses correctly, according to their forms and functions. As stated here, which is the function of simple present in a sentence. Then, we provide them with some simple examples for them to see how the knowledge of functions are applied in the sentence. Here, we have decided to insert visual elements to enhance our learning materials and make them more interactive, as we believe some students are the visual learners. Hence, with this method, we could elevate their learning productivity in the class. For example, here is the example of the simple past and the present progressive respectively. Moreover, we have also put the audio into each slide to prepare them with independent learning.
Simple past is a tense that is used to describe completed actions that happened in the past.
Last but not least, to guide them with active recall, we have created some simple exercises for them to work on. Active recall is very beneficial for them to memorize and apply the knowledge better in their academic writing soon. We have made the exercises intriguing by inserting a gamification element such as a button to choose for the answers, and if they got it correct, a green slide will appear. And if they got it wrong, red-colored slides will appear. All in all, we have tried our best to create a better learning experience for these primary school students by creating intriguing teaching materials. Our hope is to be able to reach the goal of being professional and responsible educators for the future generations. Thus, that is all from us. Thank you for your time.